Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, everybody. Oh, I got you. Did you see your face? I'm recording this on April Fool's. I don't know. It's not going up on April Fool's. Phoenix Wright will be next. I don't know why I'm putting this on the 6th video, but after recording the last video, I figured I should show you guys this screen before playing. This game is a fan creation based on the Danganronpa series, a series of adventure/mystery games from Spike Chunsoft. There will be changes in the setting compared to the original. This game contains violent and emotionally shocking scenes. It also contains spoilers from the original games, so please refrain from playing if you are sensitive to these scenes. Or if you don't want the spoilers. Okay?
Danganronpa.
Okay? But I believe we are playing as this guy? We're this guy again? Is that right? I think that might be right. Is that right? We're this guy. Mizuki, or Miyuki. Yeah, this is new. I see someone coming out of the laundry room door and walk toward me. That person is... Ah, Jumanji. What's the matter? Just stopping by the laundry? Jumanji then walked past me with her nose buried in her book, seemingly unwilling to continue the conversation. She should look up. I mean, gullible is written on the ceiling. She should really look up. I got you again. Guys, I can't laugh today. I'm trying so hard to do a gotcha laugh and I can't. April Fools, I got you. Am I asking too much? Ding dong, bing bong. Hi. I'm here. Did I never click record on this? I could have sworn I did. Gotcha, April Fools. Now you can see me. April Fools, my camera was off. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Oops. Ah, that's how I stopped it earlier. I hit enter. I hit enter trying to do enter in the game, and I guess I was clicked on my camera, and that turns off my camera. We should be good now.
It's morning, 7 a.m. Time to get up. Now, let's have another lively day.
Okay. And now was 7 a.m. I don't really need to keep standing outside like this. Let's go to the diner. No, we're not going to the diner. We're gonna go watch a cello concert where there will be a murder. Yeah, nobody's here, huh? Speaking of which, Misaki's not coming? Misaki, by her own volition, was the first to arrive at the restaurant and the last to leave. I wonder if she overslept. I mean, is it really a problem to take it so lightly? It's a fact we sometimes forget, but we're in the middle of a murderous classroom. A certain amount of suspicion may be essential. This can't continue. We have to do something. This was the moment I jumped out of my seat. And then I ran back to my seat and I grabbed a piece of bacon and I just didn't want to waste food.
All right, so you know the drill. Oh, hey, Miyuki. You're already here.
You've been caught, Miss Misaki. I suppose an explanation is inevitable now, is it? As if to laugh at my worries, she appeared. You had me worried, Misaki. You're late today, aren't you?
What? You were worried about me? That's a surprise. I'm sorry I was late. I am a human and sometimes I oversleep. So I got ready and opened the door at the same time as that alarm. Tomo was coming out at the same time, so we made eye contact. I asked him to keep it a secret, and now you've found out. I apologize for speaking like I am an infallible leader and then screwing up like this. There's a reason I overslept, but it's still my fault. Reason? Oops! I'll save that one for when more people are around. In my experience, not too many people come to eat at this time of day, so we'll have to wait a bit. Are we eating?
Can't hurt to do it. You said the same thoughts I had. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I almost feel like she's a little suspicious too. But it's gotta be the cellist. She's gotta be the blackened. She set up everything. And so, the three of us sat down to eat. I'm speculating about the blackened before the first victim arrives. Great.
Well, that's enough for me.
Huh? Where are you going?
As an extension of what I said earlier, I want to take a quick look at something. Just in case. Don't follow me, okay?
Okay. What are they hiding? Is there something going on, BTS? That's my favorite K-pop group! Tomo, do you have any idea what Misaki is up to? Not at all, and even I have no idea what she's thinking. Yeah, that's what I asked. You're a little redundant there, pal. Everything alright? She claims to be the leader of all, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's something she's secretly working on for us. By the looks of it, Misaki has become quite trustworthy. She's been following me since I arrived to this school. I didn't give it too much credit at first. I guess you could say I was hesitating between suspicion and trust. Although she was falsely accused, she was also involved in the murder case, and she has not fully let go of it. But I think Misaki's feelings are genuine, and I don't want to ignore them, which is why I'm acknowledging her now. I'm sure others feel the same way. Ah, I see. Then, before I could utter the next word...
Hey guys, could you help me out for a second?
Tadaira? Why are you looking so nervous? Miss Misaki, and behind her, Miss Tadaira? What is it?
Gentlemen, can you help us find Mr. Iwata?
Iwata? What's going on all of a sudden?
Iwata was supposed to be in Class 1A, but he's gone. Tadaira says she saw him. I'm just coming out of the classroom, and I didn't see Mr. Iwata, who was supposed to be there.
Did you run into Misaki leaving the diner on your way back from the classroom?
Yes, exactly.
Leaving aside the reasons for Mr. Iwata to be there, isn't it possible that he's just been sleeping in his private room all this time?
We rang the doorbell a few times,
but there was no response. Of course, he could be sleeping inside, but it is unnerving. I know it's annoying, but do me a favor. I don't know what it is, but why not? Where can I look?
Miyuki, you can investigate the school building with me. Tomo and Tadaira, can you investigate the dormitory building? Yeah, that's fine.
If we find them, we'll let you know. Okay. Is Iwata really gonna be the first victim? That seems too obvious. Is he the blackened? We ran out of the diner and split into groups. Are we not gonna get the cello concert? I'm not sure what the situation was, but I saw the urgency in Misaki and Tadaira's demeanor and couldn't help myself. Maybe he went to the bathroom, or he's sleeping in his private room. There were many ways to explain his absence, but tragedy always seems to shine when it gives you a little hope and then crushes it. And where we stand is in the middle of that hole. It's a medium-sized hole.
First, let's begin with the classrooms, in case he hasn't gotten back yet.
Misaki turned around as she said that, but the pause didn't last long. The classroom door was wide open.
Oh no!
Oh, already? From where we were standing, we had a pretty good view into the classroom. Beyond the disorganized bookshelves, I saw an object that made its presence very clear. The curtain has risen for the actual protagonist of this stage. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? No way, no way. No way. Oh, it is him. Iwata now! Hiruto Iwata, the ultimate lucky student, was greeting us with a cold face. Iwata.
Hiruto! Why?
His death seemed obvious. The knife which was deeply embedded in his back, and the eyes that lost their vitality told the reality so well. Dude, why are his eyes bloodshot? Why did Iwata meet his fate here? Before I knew it, I heard footsteps behind me. Ah, there you are. We couldn't find Mr. Iwata in the dormitory building.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Mr. Iwata!
Don't you act surprised, I know it was you! Fess up! Oh boy.
A body has been discovered! After some time, the class trial will begin!
Ah, yeah! Do you guys like my tattoo? It's of a cat. With a duck hat. What is going on here? Oh boy.
Tadira could say no more and fell to her knees. Condemned inside the sandcastle. Deadly life. Oh, excuse me. It was not long before everyone else arrived on the scene. All right, everyone, let's get ready for our exclamations, okay? Okay, that could be, we could do something better, but whatever. Mayu?
Oh, God!
Damn it!
Someone said he was lucky. Okay, Jumanji. You don't have to go that far. What the?
The students' reactions to the corpse were mixed. Some, like Ego and Jumanji, didn't seem to mind, while others, like Shinano and Mikawa, reacted violently.
15 people. We're all here. It's starting to happen. Starting? What is?
The class trial. That's what they mean.
Good answer, Miyuki! To my great pride, we have a killer student among you! This teacher is so happy!
Aww. Cut the crap! There's a murderer among us!
Yes! The killer is among the 15 remaining students! You!
Won't listen! The possibility of falsehood exists! This bear is cunning!
You stink! You stink! You still think so little of me? That is disappointing, Mr. Blade. Monokuma never lies. Monokumas never lie about these events, and I never meddle in murder. It's an iron law. Boop, boop, boo. There's no such thing as a reasoning game without adhering to these simple principles. You need to work on that, Mr. Blade.
Curse you!
Speaking of class trial, let's get back to business. We all know the rules of the class trial, and I don't think there's anyone who hasn't learned them by now. As I said on the TV, I'm going to give you time to investigate the case before the trial. I'm going to be very generous, so don't worry about missing any evidence. And given that almost all of you are non-technical and inexperienced, I'm going to give you a gift to help you with your investigation. Call it the Monokuma File. This file lists the estimated time of death of the victim, the condition of the body, and any other noteworthy details. Use it to help with your deductions. I think I've covered all the important stuff, so see you on the trial floor. Good luck! Monokuma, wait. Check, please.
As Monokuma turned to leave, Shitanda's voice echoed down the hall.
Mr. Shitanda, I've never heard your voice so loud before. Is something wrong?
You shouldn't go yet. I haven't heard an important outcome. What happens if you have an accomplice in the case who helped you commit the murder? Do you graduate with them?
Oh, I forgot to explain that important rule.
I guess I should have known better.
I told you, I'm fair when it comes to class trials.
That said, I think it's one thing to tell a lie and another to hide the truth.
I know you would if I were you, because I'm pretty sure I don't intentionally withhold information. Now, let's talk about the accomplice rule. To put it bluntly, nothing goes to the accomplice. After winning the trial, the only person who can escape is the killer, and you can't put a spoon on that. They don't get special treatment, they just get executed with the rest of the students. No student has ever asked about this important rule before. The teacher was frankly disappointed.
No one has asked.
Oops, I ran my mouth too much. Anyway, that's all I have to say. So whether you're the blackened or spotless, I wish you the best of luck. Bye-bye.
Yeah, he keeps hinting to there having been other Danganronpa games, killing games, in the past. I just don't know how many. With those words, Monokuma disappeared, as usual.
I still have no idea what he's talking about.
It seems this is the only way to go.
It's true.
Hold on, wasn't she,
It's true. If you don't want to die, you have to move.
Ego pushed herself off the wall she was leaning against and strode into the classroom. Really cool-like, honestly. I think I'm in love.
Wait, you can't go in there.
What?
I mean, I can't let you go in there alone. You could be the one who did it. If you do, you'll be leaving with the evidence behind, albeit briefly.
Makes sense. And if you're sure, let's go in together. And it's always good to have more than one person on site to keep an eye on things, right? According to Monokuma, there are no accomplices in this case. Is that what he said? Did he actually say that? If they had, they would have realized that they had nothing to gain from Monokuma's testimony and would have come forward immediately.
Yes, that would have been nice.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, and just in case, I didn't suspect anything. Was I a little rude?
No, I'm not criticizing you, because you made a good point. Anyway, let's get started. No time to waste, right?
Yes, we must begin to reveal who is lurking among us with bated breath. Tadira? Your breath's a little baited there. To survive, to struggle for one more chance. Investigation start. Okay. Dude, Mayu Ega was the first person to meet Iwata. He was who we were playing as at the start, and he was the one to go and set things up in the morning for the event. Only one of us 5 should have known. No, not us 5, because the main character wasn't there. Only one of those 5 should know. It should be the cook, Tadira, Kuzu. Those 2 I'm kind of sus of. And then Shinano, the YouTuber kid. They're our main suspects. And just like that, I was once again face to face with a corpse. Once again? What do you mean? Oh, just from when you saw him earlier? Okay. Iwata's body wasn't in a gruesome state, as I had imagined. He was lying on his back. No. He was lying on his front, with a kitchen knife stuck deep in his back, but he was bleeding sparingly because the knife hadn't been pulled out. However, there was some blood coming out of his mouth. Yeah, and he had bloodshot eyes. Bloodstain, cool. As I stood and looked down at Iwata's body, I felt a little dizzy and rubbed my forehead. Once again, something in my instincts beyond my memory was sending me signals. How was I supposed to interpret it? Realizing it would be dangerous to stand any longer, I haphazardly slumped into the next chair.
Hey, don't mess with the stuff in the scene.
Excuse me, sorry. Cut me some slack. My head is about to burst open.
That's a pretty unusual reaction for you. Didn't you just see the dead body?
No, this feeling is not fear. I can't quite put my finger on it, but its identity is clearly floating in my frontal lobe. There's no other way to identify it other than deja vu. I have been in this place before, higher on the streets.
Nagito Komaeda. It's understandable if you've never seen a corpse before. It's rather admirable that you had the courage to come this far. If you think it's too much, you can walk away, so don't try to force yourself to watch it.
No, it's alright. Whatever my feelings are, they should be put aside for now. There's life and death at stake here. I picked myself up and moved closer to the body. The floor is deteriorating.
The flooring here has always been very squeaky. I tried to be as careful as possible, but it was still sounding. Yo, that sounded!
Noisy floor. That'll be helpful. I knew that was gonna come up in the trial ever since she made a note of it for her concert. She's like, try not to move while I'm playing my cello, please.
Well, it may come in handy later. For now, I think we should take a look at this first.
Misaki then pointed to a black file laying next to the body. Could this be the Monokuma file? I picked up the file and opened it. The victim is Hiruto Iwata, the ultimate lucky student. Body found in classroom 1A. Estimated time of death is between 6 a.m. and 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, the alarm went off at 7, and he said that he was going to come out of his room half an hour early to set things up. Why is 6 a.m. included in that? I'm guessing we found it at 7:30 a.m., so that's why that time frame is there. But why 6 o'clock? He said half an hour.
The cause of death is believed to be asphyxiation with a kitchen knife stab wound to the back. There are no other visible injuries. I thought, wow, that's really simple information. I read the file again and again, wondering if I'd misread it. Asphyxiation? Really? So he surely wasn't stabbed to death, and if so, was the stabbing a mere camouflage? A million things were going through my head.
Because of the blood.
Yeah, zoologist? Hey, that's so cute. Look at us. Dude, I love her fit. She's so dapper.
Before I knew it, Kizuki was looking over my shoulder at the Monokuma file. Blood? Are you saying that blood can cause suffocation?
I just got back from performing a quick autopsy. Iwata's lungs were full of blood. Because the knife had reached the lungs, the blade acted as a kind of bridge, allowing a large amount of blood to flow into the lungs.
That explains the blood coming out of his mouth. In other words, there wasn't much external bleeding.
Yeah, as you can see, there's hardly any blood on the floor. If it hadn't punctured his lung, he might have survived.
It must have been a pretty risky choice for the killer to leave the knife unattended. If he didn't get a certain amount of blood into his lungs, he wouldn't have died.
That can't be true. His eyes were bloodshot. That could be poison, right? I don't know a lot about poison. But what if, like, the chef came early and she was like,
"Hi, I prepared some snacks for the event. Do you want to try some before the event to see if they're good?"
and then he, like, choked on it, died of asphyxiation that way or something like that, too? That could be the case. The only one I'm not suspicious of is the camera kid.
Yes, it was a bit of a stroke of luck, from the killer's perspective. Pulling out a knife would have been a more reliable way to kill the victim.
Stroke of luck. For the ultimate lucky student? Then the killer stabbed him, knowing that a stab at this angle and this depth would surely cause him to suffocate. In other words, the culprit is the only medically literate person in the room.
Why are you looking at me like that?
In other words, how about this hypothesis?
What do you mean by that?
It doesn't matter. It's probably a false hypothesis anyway.
In all seriousness, no matter how medically savvy they were pushing their luck. Stabbing an unharmed man in the back with a single blow to the lungs and then fleeing without further action? This is not possible, unless they were lucky enough. Again, instead of killing Iwata for sure, the killer was taking a high-stakes gamble.
Ah, I see. Have you told this story to anyone else?
No, I just finished the autopsy. This is the first time I'm speaking about it to you.
Can you then explain it to the rest of the class so that they have fair information?
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks.
I'll do what I have to do.
Thanks, love you. I turned my head away from Kizuki.
Wait, everyone, please look over here.
My head instinctively swiveled in his direction at the sound of his low voice.
My voice is not very low, actually. So, since we're gonna be doing some kind of deduction anyway, I thought I'd get an alibi first.
Alibi? That's quite the word.
According to the monokuma file, Iwata's death was sometime between 6 and 7:30 this morning, right? It'll be nice to take turns testifying about what happened in between.
You're right, Shitanda. It would be nice if someone could prove their alibi. Let's begin with me. I was with Tadaira. Well, I usually leave my room around 6 a.m., but today I overslept a bit and left my room at the same time that alarm went off at 7 a.m. I'm sure Tomo knows that, right?
You're right. I opened the door to the sound of the 7 o'clock alarm, and I made eye contact with Misaki, who opened the door at the same time.
So after that, Tomo and I went straight to the diner to meet Miyuki. After the three of us ate, I left and I ran into Tadaira, who was heading for the private rooms. Right, guys?
Yes, I left the private room before 7 a.m. and arrived at the diner, where I met up with Misaki and Tomo shortly thereafter.
I finished getting ready a little after 7 a.m. and headed to the classroom with the intention of stopping by before the diner. Mr. Iwata wasn't in the classroom, which puzzled me for a moment. I thought he might have gone to the restroom, so I headed back to his private room. That's when I ran into Misaki. Misaki thought this was a little strange, so she joined Miyuki and Tomo, who were in the diner to look for Mr. Iwata.
That's a bit odd. It sounds like Iwata was supposed to be in the classroom unconditionally.
That's right. Iwata was supposed to be in this place.
What does that mean? Could you explain?
Unlike me and Tomo, who didn't know why we were looking for Iwata, Misaki and Tadaira seemed to know something. Oh. Don't mind that. I've been wondering about this for a while, and now it's time to hear the explanation.
As you can see from the mess, Iwata was organizing the place to prepare a concert. Concert? It was a spur-of-the-moment plan yesterday. Shinano, Tadaira, Fukuoka, Iwata, and me.
Misaki then told us everything that happened last night, from 9 p.m. when she called Iwata until they parted ways at 10 p.m. I don't know where I got 7. In other words, the 5 of you prepared for the concert, and when Mr. Iwata offered to take over the chores, you agreed.
And Iwata was attacked by the killer while he was cleaning up.
If I hadn't left Iwata in charge, or at least maybe it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't left Iwata alone.
It's not your fault. There's no need to beat yourself up, Misaki.
Of course. I had no control over the culprit, and I had no idea this would happen to Hiroto. But it's also true that I was short-sighted and complacent, and I'll take the blame, after successfully clearing the class trial.
Let's hope we can reprimand you for that.
Concert?
Let's get back to alibis. So far, Kuzu has an alibi. Tomo, Miyuki, and Tadaira, none of whom have proven their alibis. For the record, I didn't leave my private room until well after 7 a.m. when I heard Tomo's call and rushed to the scene. How'd you hear his call if you were in your room? They're soundproof. Unless he knocked on her door.
I got out at about the same time and was on my way to the classroom. We were almost there when the body discovery announcement by Monokuma went off, and I wondered what was going on. But then, I heard shouting coming from the direction of the classroom.
That's similar to me. I would have been the first to find the body after Fukuoka.
I didn't get out until a little after 7 when I heard Tomo's doorbell, so I'm guessing it's similar to yours. In addition to Tomo and Misaki, we have Kana, Justin, and Shitanda, Jumanji, Sarashina, Mikawa, and Kizuki. Everyone is catching up, right?
Almost all the 7 named nodded, except for one.
Hey, I have something to say. Can I say it?
Oh, what is it? Tell us quickly.
I've been out of my private room since 6 a.m.
I read a book while doing laundry in the laundry room and returned to my private room shortly before 7 a.m. The transfer student over there should know, don't you?
You're referring to Miyuki, right? Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Jumanji then walked past me with her book up her nose.
I saw her walk out of the laundry room.
And then I heard people calling, and so I came here.
You were out at 6 a.m.? You were really early. So did you see or hear anything?
Jumanji shook her head.
Nothing at all. Nothing seen, nothing heard.
Was there anything you didn't see or hear because you were too focused on the book?
That's unfair. I was paying close attention to the book, but not to that extent.
Okay, guess I'll take it.
Thanks, Jumanji.
So, we've heard everyone's alibi. It's a lot of intricate intersections, but it all boils down to nobody has a verifiable alibi. Even the person with the longest alibi only has one from 7 a.m. in the end. I don't think we can narrow down the suspects with alibis.
So no one has an alibi. There isn't a single person who can prove they weren't there, and the number of suspects still stands at 15.
It certainly is that way. But let's not get carried away. The investigation is just beginning. Shitanda, is that everything you need?
Yeah, that was very helpful. That's everything.
Then we can split up and investigate from here. Please, take care.
Everyone's alibi. Gather clues. Okay. Hey, Hiruto.
Iwata. I can't get that last conversation with Iwata out of my head. And the first victim of what we all feared would happen, including Misaki, was you. I'm sorry, Iwata. Maybe you were right after all. The only thing I can do for you now is to find out who killed you. I'll do my best for you.
Okay. Cloth.
What's this? A gray cloth layered near Iwata's body. It was crumpled on all sides, and by Chunk's estimation, quite large.
What do you mean by Chunk's estimation?
Since it was near the scene, I thought it was an important piece of evidence. It's heavier than I thought. It wasn't so much that I couldn't lift it with one hand, but it wasn't exactly the kind of weight I wanted to lift with one hand. I ended up using 2 hands to lift the fabric.
That's important.
As expected, the fabric was stained with traces of blood. The way it looks and where it's positioned, it's safe to assume it was used by the killer to stop the blood. But I can't assume that this was Hiruto's blood. I turned to Kizuki, who was examining the corpse beside me.
Huh? What?
Do you mind if I ask for this? I found some blood on the corner of this. I wanted to make sure it was Iwata's blood.
How would I know? Okay, that's good enough for me.
Kizuki stood up and took the cloth from me.
It's a lot bigger and heavier than I thought. If you're not strong enough, you won't be able to carry it.
Are you saying you can't carry it?
Sorry, I'll ask you later.
Certainly. Kizuki's physique was on the slender side. It might have been difficult for her to travel long distances with those brittle arms. Yeah, let me know when it's time.
Thanks.
Wow, I can talk to everybody. Oh, I have my sound on.
My phone sounded! Shoji Shinano!
I think, hey, now, honestly, I can give Shinano more of my voice. It's not gonna be exactly my voice, but Iwata's gone, am I right?
Shinano seemed to be in a panic. He was crouched in the corner of the hallway, doing nothing. Shinano, look at me. I know you're overwhelmed, and rightfully so, but a class trial is coming soon, and we need to survive. And we need your help to do that. Only you can do this. I'm sorry, but can you help me? I grabbed Shinano's shoulder and pleaded with him. Shinano hesitated, but then nodded, albeit weakly. Okay, so, the video camera. Can you show me that?
This?
Shinano, in the midst of his panic, held up the video camera he'd been clutching in his arms. This is why I reached out to Shinano. Yeah, that one. You left that video camera on all the time you were in the school. Maybe there's something useful in the footage you recorded.
Yeah, okay.
Shinano began to manipulate something on the screen of the video camera. When can you show me?
Sorry, it's a little hard to find the scene you're looking for because everything that happened last night from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. was recorded at once.
Since 7 p.m.? What were you doing?
It was a long 2-hour interview from 7 to 9 p.m. in Sadashina's private room. If you ask him, he'll tell you. Shortly thereafter, Misaki called me and... Oh, can you just watch it from the beginning?
Then Shinano played the video and showed it to me. The video began with a first-person view of Shinano, closing the door to Sadashina's private room. Are we actually gonna get a video?
Okay, so that leaves us with... Hey, Shinano! Whoa, that surprised me, suddenly showing up like that. So what's going on, Misaki? Tadaira and Fukuoka? Why are there so many of you? Aren't Girl Scout cookies sales troops usually 2 people?
Cookies? I'm a baker, remember?
Actually, there's something we're secretly working on.
So we were thinking of nudging Mr. Shinano into joining. What do you think? Oh, is it a surprise? If it is, I can't be left out. What is it? Don't you get the idea that the person I'm accompanying is not someone else but Tadaira?
What?
So, are you organizing a cello recital or something? Bingo! You're a fast thinker.
I just wanted to lift your spirits, and we're having a rough morning, so I thought it was a good time.
Okay, I'm in favor of it. So is it just going to be the 4 of us?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of bringing in one more person. Who's that? Hiruto Iwata. That's all we need. Iwata? I thought Iwata was supposed to be reformed and join us this time. I think his participation in an event like this is a great way to show that. Wow, you had that in mind? Of course! Who am I? Misaki! Misaki!
Don't overdo it. Then we can go to Iwata's private room. It's not like he's wandering around at this hour.
Okay, then let's go then.
Their voices are still pretty similar. From then on, it was just Misaki as Misaki had told me. It was short on time. I was short on time, so I fast forwarded to the middle, but the general idea is the same.
Well, that's
what happened.
What do you think? Did it help?
I think we're there, but we're not really done. So if you don't mind, can you show me the other videos?
Another video? Maybe there's something that could help.
The footage you've been capturing is a precise and accurate record of the past. You're a moving CCTV, and there's no more reliable testimony than that.
With that said, I'm not sure which of the videos would be evidence.
Then I'll find it for you. Can you give it to me?
Sure.
I took the video camera from Shinano and began fiddling with it, looking at the screen with him. This was my first device, but the interface was simple enough that I had no trouble operating it. I started fast forwarding through a few videos. Most of the videos were uneventful, showing students going about their daily lives. But if Shinano had really been recording all over the place, there would have been some helpful footage. That's what I believed. And then, here, Shinano.
Why?
I just want to know what you think. Look at this.
What is it?
Hey, did you see the cloth lying next to the body?
Yeah, it's not like I didn't see the body, but why?
I think there's a clue here. Look, closer. Ah, there's the cloth underneath the stop button, right? The location shown on the display was the warehouse.
What are you referring to?
Look at here, at the bottom of the shelf.
I don't see it. Huh?
Yep.
Isn't that fabric?
Do you see it?
It's definitely the same fabric. No crumpled look, no different color, no difference in volume either.
Yeah, I believe so too. The source of the fabric, we don't even know where or how long it's been there. It will certainly help.
I'll have to go to the warehouse first, and I'll check for myself.
Yeah, I'll go with you then. Oh, okay, yeah, we are running. I hurried to the warehouse, keeping pace with Shinano, hoping we still had enough time.
There it is.
It's confirmed. As expected, the fabric in the video was gone. When did you take that video?
2 days ago. The time is 11 p.m. So you're saying the killer took the cloth after that?
2 days ago. I don't think that's going to narrow down the suspects. They could have done it in any time in the middle of the night.
But now we know the source of the object that the killer might have used. That's one step forward, right?
Shinano's face is suddenly cheerful. I wonder if he's just happy that his videos are helping.
While we're at it, let's take a look at some of the other videos, just in case we find something unexpected.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I spent the evening watching videos, home videos on Shinano's camera.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Time for the class trial!
So, at Shinano's suggestion, I walked back to the scene of the crime and reviewed the remaining footage with him, only to realize that...
What do you think? Do we have anything?
Honestly, I'm not sure about the images without the cloth. Sorry.
Don't worry, I'm just doing what I can.
For now, why don't you tell the others about the evidence you found? It might come in handy.
Okay, I'm not a brainiac, so I'm going to help you out in that regard.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to ask Sarashina about what he heard earlier. What did Sarashina hear? Sarashina? Sarashina. Who is that? Satsuki Kana, who are you? Who's Sarashina? He's not in here. Isn't he the British guy? What's up, Mayu?
What?
I was wondering if you knew anything about the case.
I know two things for sure. The first is about that weapon, the kitchen knife.
Really?
I could be the culprits. It could be the culprits, believe it or not. I was in the dining hall until 7 p.m. last night, by which time there were still 4 kitchen knives hanging, and no one was coming or going.
Could it be that they had a spare knife?
You dumbass. No, you joined a little late in this place, so you didn't know. Sorry. Ask other students and they'll tell you. We searched the entire school, including the cafeteria and kitchen, but there were no such thing as a spare kitchen knife.
Well, that's certainly useful information.
And secondly, we don't have any other fabric in this school that we can use.
Huh? What do you mean?
I can't think of anything smaller and lighter than that fabric. I don't know what the cloth was used for in the warehouse, but I'm pretty sure the killer used it to stop the blood, see? It was practically the only fabric available for that purpose. That's what I found while I was investigating.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks for the clarification.
Sure, good luck with your investigation.
When I leave the classroom, I'll have to investigate where the knife used to be. Yeah, I planned on it. Okay, I guess Sarashina's gonna be out here somewhere. And I will check him out next time on Phoenix Wright. Oh, April Fools! It's actually Danganronpa Mauve. That's even funnier the third time, isn't it? Thanks for watching, though. If you enjoyed, be sure to like the video and comment and subscribe and like the video and then ring the bell icon. And I'll see you in the next episode. Okay? Peace out.